there we
At the DBA meeting,
really
Blue Schimmel is
sunsetted
speaking.
or we're bringing to an end the DBA. And the DBA also, prior to making that motion to do that, also agreed that we would sell all of the DBA properties and pay off the city of Pontiac's, pay back to the city of Pontiac the money that it owes the city. And let me explain why we're doing that. We've had a rather significant offer for the purchase of lot number 9 that we'd like to accept. And of course, many of you are probably involved in the purchase of the other 8 or 9 parking lots. So this gives us an opportunity to clear the books regarding the issue of the debt owed by the DBA to the city. But a bigger part of all of that is because of the dramatic drop in the valuations that we're all experiencing all over the country, let alone Pontiac. The Tax Increment Finance Authority, other than the DBA, which issued a huge amount of debt for, I think you all know about the Phoenix Center and all these other things. We still owe all of that debt and have to pay that debt off. And by eliminating the DBA, the funds that were captured by the DBA and not being able to be used by that group anyway, and wouldn't be able to be used by that group for years and years and years because of all of this other debt, we couldn't see the sense of keeping the DBA in existence for a couple of reasons. Number one, if we eliminated the DBA, those funds that the DBA captured, which weren't that much, and you weren't being able to use anyway, they had to be pledged towards the debt anyway. We decided that having the DBA really go through all that bookwork and send it from one place to the other and so on, it wasn't worth doing that, and we might as well have those monies go directly to paying off the tax increment finance bonds. That doesn't even come close to paying off the bonds, so the bonds have reverted back to the city's general fund, and so now the general fund has to pay off these millions of dollars of bonds going forward. The debt payment for this year and next year is about $2,400,000, which means the general fund is stuck with this debt now. So we're going to have to pay that debt off out of the city of Pontiac general fund. I think the more important thing is, and as I explained to the DBA board this morning, I have the authority to do all of these things. I never like to use that authority if I could not do it. We negotiated, as I indicated to the board this morning, a lot of things so far in the first 3.5 months. Did a lot of stuff that none of you know anything about that's very significant for the health of Pontiac. But, you know, I've done most all of that just routinely without using Public Act number 4. When we got down to the end of the line with the firefighters, for example, I finally had to use Public Act 4 to say, you know, listen, we're going to water for no matter what. I got to save the $3 million. Excuse me, the $3 million. Those are dynamite. Got to save $3 million. So, you know, I had to use Public Act 4, and then the firefighters came to the table, and we signed a deal, and we did it peacefully, which I thought was terrific compared to how ugly it could have gotten. So, anyway, what I'm telling you is we're cleaning up the books. This is part of cleaning up the books.